The following program has been rated PG-13.
Shalom Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God for the reading and the understanding of His Word and family. Before we begin here tonight, I want to make sure that I look at each and every last one of you and tell you thank you so much. I truly appreciate you opening your ears, your hearts, and your homes to me every week. And I just want to make sure that y'all understand that I truly, humbly say thank you for all of the support that you continue to give me. I thank y'all so much for being my family. I thank y'all so much for the embracement that we have on this platform. Our family, the royal family. And I just want to say thank you so much. And of course, for any person that's new here tonight, please make yourself known there in the live chat so that we can welcome you properly. And I just want to say welcome to the family. And of course, I cannot wait to say this. I want to wish every king, every queen, every prince, and every princess, I want to wish you a wonderful, magnificent Sabbath. And once again, thank you for bringing us in with your brother this week. And family, woo! Tonight, we are going to be talking about Noah's Ark. One of the coldest stories in our history. And I cannot believe that I did not bring this out before. I still cannot believe that I never taught on this. And this lesson was indeed recommended. And I did not get the permission of the person, so I don't want to put their name out there, especially if they do not want to be known. But I thank you, you know who you are, because you did bring this to my attention. This person said, I think it would be a great idea if you taught about Noah's Ark. And then I said, you know what? That is a great idea. I had an entirely different lesson plan. But tonight, oh, goodness gracious. Let me tell you what you're going to learn tonight. First of all, you are going to learn. Well, let me say this. You are going to unlearn a lot of things that you were taught about this very story. So many lies. And we are going to break up them lies tonight. Now, I seriously want you guys to do something. I want you to hear me. I want you to visualize everything that comes out of these scriptures here tonight. I want you to use your imaginations. And I want you to put together the scenery as we're reading this story, because this story is so vibrant. And I promise I'm going to do my best to bring these words alive. For one, again, this is one of my favorite stories, and it can only be told with passion. So, without any further ado, please open your Bibles to the 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha, and we are going to start in Genesis 6. I'm telling you right now, y'all going to be proud. Y'all going to be so proud to be an Israelite tonight. I'm telling you. Woo, I'm telling you. All right, so Genesis 6, chapter 1. Now, you got to pay attention. Got to pay attention to this. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth. Now I got to stop. What did it say? Something very pertinent. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God, stop. The sons of God. You got to understand that. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. And they took them wives of all which they chose. Now, y'all got to understand something here. The sons of God. The sons of God. Now, as Christianity will teach you from their regurgitation of Greek mythology, they'll tell you that those are angels. The sons of God are angels, but it's not. Because as you clearly see when we go right here to verse 1, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth. Men. Now, you also have to remember this. The Most High created his own people. Christ created his own people. And the angels created their own people. Do you remember in Genesis when we read that? We went over this not that long ago. If you need to refresh your memory, all you have to do is go back to the lesson, does God want equality? And I break it down thoroughly there. But as you already know, the Most High is a separatist. It's his that he chose. The sons of God. Right now he's talking about his men that he created. All the way back then, the Most High did not want interracial marriage. The sons of God were reserved for the daughters of God. And you're going to find out why. Now I'm going to read this again. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. The sons of God saw the daughters of men. The daughters of men. So what does that mean? It means that the Most High sons were mingling themselves with the other people that were created. You don't believe me? Are you thinking right now that I'm fabricating this or I'm making this up? So now, to go ahead and prove what I'm saying, we're going to go to 2 Ezra chapter 6. And we are going to go to verse 54. 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. Family, watch this. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So as you see right here, the Most High has his people, his chosen ones, the apple of his eye, and then there's everybody else. But oh, no, we're not done yet. We're not done. Verse 55. All this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Now, Ezra is one of those chosen. And the Most High's children, he made the world for their sakes. Their sakes, everything was made for our sakes. Now, let's go to verse 56. As for the other people, as for the other people, as for the other people. Now, if there's other people, that means that there's a separation there, is it not? There are the sons of God, and then there are the daughters and sons of men. God's men. God's men. There was a separation there. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. Those other people, the ones outside of the sons of God, the ones outside of the daughters of God, they are nothing. But be like unto spittle. Be like unto spittle. They are spit to the Most High. They are worth less than spit. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. He said all of them collectively, all of them together, all of them gathered as a whole, as a whole group, all of them are worth less than a drop of water that falls from a cup. So now that we have that understanding, according to the scriptures, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, let's go back to Genesis 6. Let's go down now to verse 3. As a matter of fact, no, I'm going to back up. I want to go back to verse 2. Let's go back to verse 2. I want to read this again. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. So they look all right. They look all right. And they took them wives of all which they chose. They were mingling. And they were not supposed to be mingling at all. And it pissed the Most High off, you'll see. Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Gotta stop. Do you see how that's not angels? Angels are spiritual creatures. These men are fleshly. Earth-bound creatures. They were not angels. And the Most High said it again. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. His day shall be 120 years. Now, to my understanding, to my intellect here, angels are everlasting creatures. Everlasting. They're everlasting creatures. They don't die. So how could that be angels? You know how? It's not. They're not angels. They were the creation of the Most High that he called his sons. They had penises. And they were making babies with the other people. And it pissed the Most High off. All the way back then, the Most High did not want intermingling marriages. He did not want interracial marriages. The sons of God were reserved for the daughters of God. Let's continue. There were giants in the earth in those days. That's the part I want to get to right there. There were giants. There were giants in the earth in those days. So now, I'm going to break your brains. Do you remember all the other stories of the giants? You know, the Raphaim, the Nephilim. Remember those stories? Goliath? There were indeed giants on the earth. As a matter of fact, there are still giants on the earth, and I'm not talking about 7-foot men. I'm talking about big, huge creatures that did not come from us, that are hidden in them damn caves that the Most High has reserved until the end. This is talking about something different. I'm going to show you. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. When the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And there it says it again, men, not giants, not these big, tall creatures, these gargantuans. It's not talking about that. It said men. It said men. So what is it saying here, family? What is it saying? Now, remember, I told you I'm going to break your brains tonight. The sons of God. Now, y'all have to understand something. We are not the same people that we all were all the way back then. And I'm not talking about as far as our ancestry. Yes, I mean that. But I'm talking in regards to the way we were back then. First of all, starting with our stature itself. Now, our statures are a lot smaller now than it was back then. Why? Because of the oxygen levels that was on the planet. We were bigger. We were stronger. We were mightier back then. Not now, though. Now, when our seed mingled with the daughters of men, of course, they got that seed. And those particular men that were created from the sons of God unto the daughters of men, they were mighty men. Because our men are mighty. Our men are still mighty today. But not like they were back then, though. Because remember, those individuals used to live 6, 7, 8, 900 years. We can't even make it out of our 40s, some of us. But Christianity lied. They lied to us. With that Greek mythology nonsense, that Zeus and Ares stories and all that garbage. That's all that is. Has nothing to do with our scriptures. So now let's go ahead and let's continue this here. I want to read this one more time. There were giants in the earth in those days. You'll find out what the giants I'm talking about here in a second. And also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Men of renown. So now, of course, as you know, king of definitions, guilty. Let's get the definition of renown. Renown, definition: the condition of being known or talked about by many people. Fame. Do you know what we call them today? Take a wild guess. Celebrities. That's all it is. Famous people. These men of renown, meaning that they were known all over. They were known all over. And of course, they're going to be known all over, these damn mighty men with the seed of the sons of God in them that piss off the Most High because they were mingling with the daughters of men. That's what it is. They were not angels. So you can take that lie and get it out your head. As you saw, men, flesh, men. It's about men. Let's go back. All right. Verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. So do y'all see how, just as in the days of Noah, it is right now? The very same scenarios, the very same conditions. Our evil, continuous thoughts. Just look at the... How can I say this here so that it is YouTube appropriate? Look at the way that they advertise the other lifestyle. Look at the way how they glorify sex, drugs, violence, interracial marriage. There's not an ad on television when you don't see interracial marriage and them interracial families. The Most High had a problem with that from the beginning. From the jump. And of course, if you haven't seen the lesson on interracial marriage, it's in the library. Go take a look at it. Verse 6. Listen to this. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. The Most High said, I can't, I'm so sorry I made you niggas. I can't stand the fact that I made you niggas. It repented the Most High that he made us. Because we were living wicked. Oh, and you're going to find out too. You are going to find out, mark my words. Verse 7, and the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. He said, now I'm pissed off that I made everything. He said, I'm going to kill the birds. I'm going to kill the mice. I'm going to kill the worms. I'm killing every damn thing. I just want to get rid of everything because, man, them pissed me off so bad. Here I am. I created the greatest creatures. I created these sons of God and these daughters of God above the damn angels. And I put them on their own planet and allowed them to live in the lap of my luxury. And these sorry bastards got the nerve to disrespect me by breaking my laws. First starting with Adam and Eve. So, of course, the Most High already had an itchy trigger finger to get rid of us anyway. Just ask Moses. Verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah was a righteous man. We're going to find this out. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man. Now, I got to make sure that we understand that. A just man means to be what, family? It means to be perfect. It means to be righteous, because as we just learned last week and the week before, perfection means righteousness. Righteousness means perfection, and that makes a just person. I'm reading it again. These are the generations meaning the children of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. Now, the lie that Christianity tells with this damn Greek mythology is that the generations meant, well, the perfection in his generations meant that he wasn't tainted by Nephilim blood and all that. It does not mean that. Perfect means to be righteous. And I don't even have to go anywhere outside of what I'm reading right here. You're going to find that out here tonight. You'll see it mentions it itself in this particular story. And Noah walked with God. Now, how in the hell can you walk with God if you're living in sin? You can't. Noah taught his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives to be just people, to be righteous. And that's why the Most High said that Noah was perfect in his generations. He taught his sons. Let's go. And Noah begat 3 sons. There it is. There's the generations right there. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God. The earth was also corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. Oh my Lord, just like it is today. So now, do y'all understand how close we are? Do y'all understand how close we are to the end? Why did the Most High go ahead and signify violence? Why did he make that so prevalent? Why did he make that so known? That word violence. Look at what's going on right now. Look at over in Israel. Look right here. Right here. All the police killings of his children. This place is full of violence. Just like it was in the days of Noah. And for many of you, you know the outcome of this story, but of course we are going to continue to read it. Before I do, I want to get the definition of corrupt. Let me get the definition of corrupt. Watch this, because it makes so much sense. Having or showing a willingness to act dishonestly in return for money or personal gain. Woo! So now that we have that understanding, I'm going to read that one more time. Watch this. The earth was also corrupt before God. It doesn't get any more plain than that. For personal gain, in other words, meaning I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. I don't give a damn about them scriptures. I don't give a damn about those commandments. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to worship whoever I want to worship. I'm going to have sex with whoever I'm going to have sex with. I'm going to do me, nigga. The religion of me. I'm going to do me. Personal gain. Verse 12. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt all over. For all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. Now, I want you to understand that. But imagine this. The Most High created these people, the sons of God, that had dominion over the entire earth, had slaves. And he said, I created all this beauty for you. I gave you servants. And this is what you do? I'm going to kill all of you. I'm going to get rid of all you niggas. I'm killing everything on this damn planet. Except. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence. He mentioned it again, this violence. There's something about that violence. Through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. So you got to understand that. Some people think that the flood just happened and only the people died. No, the Most High said, I'm going to destroy the earth. The earth was destroyed. The earth was destroyed, family. This place was desolate. We're going to find out why. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Now, the Most High gave Noah a commandment. He said, make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shall thou make in the ark, and shall pitch it within and without with pitch. Now you got to understand something. So now the Most High went ahead and told Noah, you're going to build this ark. And of course, we know what the ark was for protection. But there's a certain way that you got to do it. Noah, there's a certain way. First of all, you're going to use gopher wood. You're going to use the strongest wood on earth. Rooms, 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 compartments, compartments. It wasn't just one big empty room. No, the Most High said you're going to make different rooms. You're going to make different chambers. And shall pitch it within and without with pitch. So what you're going to do, you're going to take pitch. In this case, you would call it tar or whatever it was. You're going to pitch the inside of it, and you're going to pitch the outside of it. Why? Because it was unbreakable. It was unpenetratable. You could not get through. There was no water that was going to get through that ark. It was made in perfection. How do we know? It was made by the Most High's instructions, and he created this ark for protection. Verse 15, and this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits. Now, for those who understand how cubits work, when you do the calculations of that, that's estimated 510 feet. 510 damn feet. Do you know how big that damn ark was? That thing was humongous. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, and the breadth of it 50 cubits. Now, 50 cubits is about 75 feet across. And the height of it is 30 cubits. This thing was huge. A window shalt thou make to the ark. There's a reason for this window. And in the cubit, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above, and the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. Now, wait a minute. So, whoa. Wait a second. So you mean to tell me that this ark was so big and so vast that it actually had 3 different layers? So that means there's plenty of room on the bottom. There's plenty of room on the second level. And there's plenty of room on the top with all of these different rooms and chambers. I wonder why, but we are getting ready to find out why. Verse 17. And behold, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. So anything that breathes, anything that's living, that includes trees, creepy crawly things, roaches, water bugs, rats, mice, spiders, everything gotta go. And behold, I do bring a flood of water upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven. From under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. So that includes birds, that includes everything. Everything that is under heaven, everything that is on this planet is going to die. Verse 18, but with thee will I establish my covenant. So he said, now with you, Noah, with you, I'm going to establish my covenant. And thou shalt come into the ark. So Noah, bring your ass in this ark. Thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee. So the Most High had this covenant. And these people that he chose to live. Who is that? What is that the foretelling of? It's the foretelling of Israel, baby. These chosen people, the ones that I chose, he said, the ones that I chose. And you are going to come into this ark where I am going to protect you from the danger of what's going to happen on this earth. Now, I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but many of you already know what that means. Let's continue. Ooh, it's going to start to get good now. Watch. And every living thing, and of every living thing of all flesh, pay attention, 2 of every sort shall thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee, and they shall be male and female. Now, when you read this right here, what the Christian church told you was that there are 2 of every animal that came onto the ark. Remember that. Two of every animal. Now, as you see right here, it says two of every living thing, male and female. You're going to see why that means so much here in just a minute. You're going to see why that means so much. Remember that male and female. Shut up. Of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth. Every creeping thing of the earth. Y'all got to understand, everything was dying. After his kind, two of every sort shall come unto thee to keep them alive. Now remember what it said in the verse previous. To live with thee. Not to kill, not to eat, to live with thee. These animals are alive. Now, again, what the Christian church tells you, that they bought these animals and stuff on the ark so that they can have food to eat. And once again, in my own stupidity, I used to believe that too, until I actually read. Excuse me. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be food for thee and for them. Do you see that? The Most High said, these animals you're going to bring onto the ark. You're going to feed yourself, and you're going to feed them. There was no killing of the animals on the ark. They had a purpose, to be alive, and you're going to find out. Oh, you're going to find out. Thus did Noah, according to all that God commanded him, so did he. Noah was a just, righteous, perfect man. Why was this man perfect? Because he kept the commandments. Now, chapter 7, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Noah, come thou and all thy house into the ark. For thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. I told you I would prove that correct. The righteousness in this generation meant that those individuals, Noah, his wife, his sons, their wives, they were commandment keepers. And these were the only people that were able to go onto the ark and to be protected by the Most High, by the ark, with pitch inside and outside. Of every, here we go. Listen very carefully. Of every clean beast, thou shalt take to thee by sevens, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female. So what does the Christian church, these dirty, wicked, disgusting bastards, what did they teach us? They said that it was only two animals of every kind that went onto the ark. Lies. Why did the Most High say seven clean beasts? First of all, 7 is his perfect number. That's the Most High's number. And also because those clean beasts, those are the ones that we have to eat. So, of course, he wanted to allow them to reproduce more so that we would stay within the dietary laws versus what the damn Christian church taught. What they taught every last one of us. They brought them in by twos. And do you know why they said to bring them in by twos? Why did they say to bring them in by twos? I'm going to read it one more time. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, not 2, by sevens, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by 2, the male and his female. You see, they took away the 7 so that you can continue to live in sin. That right there says you can eat anything you want to of those unclean ones. Remember what I told you. These pastors, these evil Christian devils, They went to the seminary schools, and the seminaries taught those pastors to keep the Israelites in sin. Don't get mad at me, family. That's what happened. I'm reading it. By the sevens? The clean animals by the sevens? Why were you never taught that? Why did they never teach you that? Do you see how wicked and diabolical Christianity truly is? Think about that for a second. I really want y'all to think about that for a second. Seriously, think about that. Do y'all see why I have such a problem with those damn liars, those murderers? But we really can't blame them. We have to blame ourselves. You know why? We did not read it for ourselves. We trusted them versus verifying what the scriptures actually said. But you know now. You know now. All right. So let's continue. Verse 3. Of fowls, also of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. For yet 7 days, there's the Most High with that 7 again. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And every living substance. Do you understand what he just said? Every living substance. That includes amoebas. That includes everything. Everything that has life. He said, I'm going to destroy. That I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. Verse 5. And Noah did according unto all that the Lord commanded him. Do you see how that continues to reiterate that? Showing you the perfection in Noah's generations. The Most High wanted to make sure, he wanted to clarify that. Why? Because he knew that these evil pricks would continue this lie of this Greek mythology talking about that this happens to be angels. And it's not, as we just learned. Okay? So now, verse 6. And Noah was 600 years old. 600 years old. When the flood of waters was upon the earth. So now, as we just read here, a couple of verses back, the Most High said, I'm giving you niggas a week. I'm giving you 7 days. 7 days. Now, do you see how some people, how they try to argue with the Sabbath? Oh, how do you know that the Sabbath is on Saturday, nigga? 7 days has been like that from the beginning. From the jump. And the Most High said, I'm giving y'all niggas 7 days. The warning went out. 7 days. Nobody wanted to listen. Do you understand that whole scenario there? When Noah was saying, y'all better do what the Most High told y'all to do. And you ain't know them niggas. Nigga, what you building that ark for? What the hell you build, man? What the hell is this for, nigga? What are you doing? Remember, at this point on the planet, they've never seen rain before. Rain never came from the sky. Never. So you're like, what the hell are you building this for? What the hell is this? What are you doing, you idiot? And Noah's sitting there trying to warn them. Hey, yo, listen, y'all better be keeping the commandments of the Most High, man. Y'all better be keeping these commandments. Nigga, go on with your business. We over here doing what we do. We're gonna see what they were doing. Watch. So I'm going to read verse 6 again. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. And Noah went in, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him into the ark of the covenant, because of the waters of the flood. Watch this. Of clean beasts, and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls, and of everything that creepeth upon the earth. They all went in there too. There went in 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark, the male and the female, as God had commanded Noah. So Noah did not have to go out and capture these animals. The Most High directed them in. go into the ark. You see, some people, they think it's absolutely foolish to think that Noah went out there and gathered up all the animals. And I agree, that is 100% foolish. But when you read the scriptures, it clearly says that the damn animals knew to go into the ark. Just as the Most High commanded Noah and his family, he also commanded those animals. Go! I'm telling you, we were duped. We were duped. All right, verse 9. Wait, did I read verse 8? I'm going to read it one more time just to be sure. Of clean beasts and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls and of everything that creepeth upon the earth. Okay, there we go. Verse 9. There went in 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark. I just read this. The male and the female, as God had commanded Noah. Verse 10. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. The Most High brought the rain. You're going to find out how. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month. Now, do you see how specific the Most High is? The Most High gave us actual dates. Dates of events that occurred. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, in the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken, and the windows of heaven were open. Now, there's a lot to break down right there. First and foremost, all of the rain came at once. This is the first time rain was on the planet. Now, remember, as we read in Genesis, we just did this lesson not that long ago, that the springs came up. The way that the irrigation system used to work on the planet was that the springs would shoot the water up from under. Can you imagine just how great, just how beautiful and green and lush and all the colors were from water that came up from a constant spring in the ground? Can you imagine how beautiful the earth was? So now the Most High broke that. He broke it. It's like broken pipes. And you all know what happened when pipes break. It causes floods everywhere. It happened in some of your houses. Those freaking springs broke. The water came up this way and the water came down that way. They were catching it 2 different ways. And now you got to think about this. I told you, I wanted you to use your imaginations. I wanted you to paint this picture. Imagine this. Everything, these people saw all of these animals and everything going onto the ark. And then they saw Noah and his family going on the ark. And then the door closed. Boom, slam. And now water is coming up. You know niggas can't swim. Water's coming down. You know niggas can't swim. And all of this is happening. Noah, boom, 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 open the door, Noah. Noah's like, nope. Imagine the satisfaction that Noah had because them niggas were calling him crazy constantly. And Noah was saying, I told you. I was warning you, and then I 7 days, niggas. 7 days. The Most High gave y'all 7 days. He gave you that warning. He gave you the warning, and guess what? That damn rain came out of nowhere. Can you imagine how that must have felt to have the water come from the sky, something that has never happened before, and now these waters are just starting to rise? And what did the Most High do? Let me tell you, this is the Most High. This is his sense of humor. He put a window out there so that Noah and his family could look out at the niggas. All praises to the Most High. That's the Most High sense of humor, baby. He let them look out that damn window. While them people, all of those bodies, just remember, this is a populated earth. Can you imagine this, the sea of dead bodies and animals and trees, all these different things that were just dead. Sitting there, scrambling. Most High said, nope. I warned you, niggas. I warned you. You didn't want to listen. You did not want to listen. And there was no second chance. No second chance. Let's continue. Verse 12. Oh, one other thing. The windows of heaven. Let me just make this very clear here. The windows of heaven. So now, do you know how in the Christian church, how they talking about, oh, the blessings are going to fall from the windows of heaven, and they refer it to money? The windows of heaven is what? Rain. Rain. The clouds that let the damn rain come down. That's how, see how wicked they are? Right there. And that's how, when you talk about the story of tithing, when you talk about that, for those who haven't seen it, there is a lesson on tithing. It's the Creflo Dollar Israel wake up call. And that rain came down. The blessings of the windows of heaven came down to water the crops. But that's a whole nother lesson. You go into that. It's there for you right now. Let's continue. Verse 12, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Now, y'all already know, if it rains 24 hours, the problems that the water cause in your neighborhoods. 40 days and 40 nights of constant rains from two directions. Verse 13, in the selfsame day entered Noah and Shem and Ham and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the three wives of his sons with them into the ark. They went into protection. They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind. Shut up. Every bird of every sort. The Most High even killed the birds. And you know why the birds died? So many people, you know, they're just dumbfounded by that. Why? How did the birds die if they can fly? Because they had nowhere to land. That's how high the water got. And they went in unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. Verse 16, and they that went in, male and female. Do you see how the Most High just keeps reiterating that over and over and over? For the idiots, for the fools. And they went in, male and female of all flesh, as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased. It's letting you know that this water is still going. And bear up the ark. So now, as y'all know how big that damn ark was, just by reading the cubits, the size, the water was so much, so vast, that it raised the ark up. That's symbolic. Kept raising the ark up, just like we are going to be raised on that day. The 1/3 is going to rise into the air to meet the Most High Christ and the angels in the air in the chariots. Symbolic. All the way back then, the Most High made it known that my chosen are going to rise. I love the Father. Father, thank you. All right, verse 18. I believe we were there. Yes, verse 18. And the waters prevailed. I mean, the waters won. The water killed everything and did what it was supposed to do. And were increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark went upon the face of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered. Do you know what that means? Do you know how high the mountains are? Do you know how tall they are? Mount Everest. Do you understand how much emphasis Esau puts on how tall those damn mountains are? The Most High said the water rose that damn high into the air, and the ark was also that high as well, signifying that his Israelites, us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans will be that high in the air when we meet Christ and the angels in the clouds, in the chariots. All praises to the Most High. And he showed us this all the way back then. How do you get to be that high? Righteousness, perfection throughout your generations. That means you have to teach your children so that they can teach their children and that they can teach their children. That's the way it was designed. That's the way it was supposed to be. But of course, we don't do that today. Why? Because we teach our children the ways of the world. And there's a consequence for that. No, it's coming, baby. Verse 20. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle and of beasts and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man. Just think about that scenery outside. Can you imagine smell the stench? All in whose nostrils was the breath of life of all that was in the dry land died. The Most High wanted to make sure you emphasize that all them niggas died. Everything. Sound familiar? Verse 23. And every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle and the creeping things and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark, and the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. That's how long that water was there. Because if there was any chance of anything surviving, it died. 150 days. So now when we read this story right here of Noah, as in the days of Noah, I'm not sure, but I just have this inkling. I have this twitching in my head that for some reason Christ reminded us of the days of Noah. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to randomly pick Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 35. And I think Christ may have said something about that. Let's go there. Matthew chapter 24, verse 35. Let's see what Christ said. Heaven and earth shall pass away, just like it passed away back in the days of Noah. But my words shall not pass away. My words. Now, Christ brought out the words of the Most High. He brought out the words of the Father. All them laws. The Lord's does not pass away. The laws do not pass away. We have to keep them all the way back then, just like we must keep them now. Verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man. No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Christ said, no man knows. No man knows the day and the hour. Nobody knows the day of destruction that's coming. Both of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were. As the days of Noah. So Christ has taken us back to the days of Noah. But as the days of Noah, so shall be the coming of the Son of Man be. Just like it happened then. What happened? There was activity in the sky. Something that they've never seen before. Something that broke their brains. Something that these people could never imagine. So what is that reminiscent of? Something that even we can't even imagine. Something that's coming. These damn chariots that's going to break the sky open. First of all, the crack. Boom! The crack is coming. The sky opens. It's peeled back like a scroll, just like the damn scripture says. So could you imagine that? The sky is going to be taken and pulled back. Things that we've never seen before. This veil pulled back, and all of a sudden, all we see are these armies of chariots and Christ, our big brother, right there. Activity in the sky. Look up, for your redemption draws nigh. All praises to the Most High God. Let's continue this. Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying. Now, why would it mention marrying? I thought weddings, I thought to marry a man and a woman was just great. I thought that was righteous. I thought that's what the Most High wanted. Of course it is. When the sons of God marry the daughters of God. But as Christ just referenced, he said, just like it was all the way back then, they were marrying the daughters of men. Forbidden. Sin, just like today. Israel cannot marry the other nations. It's a sin. It's a damnable sin. I'm going to read that one more time. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, they were partying, they were drinking, they were partying, marrying and giving in marriage. Wait a second. That giving in marriage. So do you mean that the other lifestyles that they're able to marry each other? Not according to the Father. Sin. Let's continue. Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, that last day, none of those individuals knew when the Most High was going to tell him to take his family and those animals inside of the ark. Then shall two be in the field, then one shall be taken, and the other one left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. And said, y'all niggas better be on guard, always walking in perfection. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and she would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. That is a hint and a half for your ass, Israel. What did our big brother say? He said, you better always be ready. That means that you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That means that you can't be playing Israel. You can't be playing Israelite. Oh, for the sisters, I got my head wrap on. Oh, yes, I got my beautiful gown. I got my fringes on. Oh, absolutely, I look beautiful. I look stunning. But yet I'm a dragon to my husband. I'm a worthless, horrible mother. I'm still cheating, flirting with men. I still eat pork. I'm still shopping on the Sabbath. I'm doing all these things. I may not go out to do it, but I'm going to get on Amazon and do it. No. For as men, got on our fringes, armbands, bed looking all nice. But yet, I got another sister's number in my phone as Reggie. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there still looking. No, I got a wife at home and the wife is righteous. I'm not being a great father to my children. I'm not teaching them. I'm not teaching the kids. They can go out without fringes. They can do all that. I'm not working. I'm going to let my wife work. I'm going to let her take care of the bills. Nigga, if you don't get your ass out there and get a job, be righteous. Remember what the Most High said. If a man don't work, he don't eat. You are a provider. You are a protector. And if any of us want to take this as a joke, boom, that sky is going to crack we're going to see all of those chariots. We're going to see Christ. We're going to see the throne of the Most High. And after that, it's over. Curtains. Because there's no second chance after that. Just like our ancestors didn't have no second chance. No second chance whatsoever. Done. And it's coming out of nowhere. At any time now. Remember, the man of lawlessness had to be revealed. The man of lawlessness has been revealed. His name is Esau. It's that whole race of people. Esau, who today is verified as Caucasians. Whether you like it or not. It doesn't mean that we have any hatred for him. Doesn't mean that at all. What does it mean? That's who the man of lawlessness are. Y'all are waiting for this one man, this one, just like Christianity taught you, this one guy, this little evil, little imp-looking guy. Y'all waiting for him. What did the scripture say? There were many antichrists. There's a whole slew of them. A whole race of them. They've already been revealed. How do we know? Who are the children of the pride? Who are the evil ones? Who are the ones that went to every place on this planet and absolutely exhausted their resources? Does it make sense now? It's any time now, family. Any time now. I told y'all, this story of Noah is going to break your brains. And you know what else too? Remember how we talked about the chambers? Those rooms inside of the ark? Do you know what that was for? To compartmentalize the animals. Idiots. Idiots sit there and think that it was all the big, huge animals that got on the ark. No. Do you know how first of all, there were 3 different levels to this big ass ark. But do you know how they were able to fit those animals on there? Because they got the young ones. That's how there was plenty of room on the ark. Plenty. With plenty of food, just like the Most High told Noah to make sure, bring food for you, your family, and the animals. Now, why did he say all that? Be prepared. Just like we have to be prepared. Not 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Not living in a gray area. It's either black or white. Just like my shirt. A big stark difference. Either you are keeping the commandments and living in perfection, or you are dabbling in the world and living in sin. And if you are dabbling in the world, living in sin, you're dead. Because just like how the rain came, next time, the fire is coming. And it's going to be a lake of fire. See, the Most High said the first time around, he said, I'm not going to kill y'all with water again. I'll promise you that. That's why we have the rainbow. He said, I'm not going to kill you with water again. The next time is going to be worse. The next time, I'm going to kill your ass with fire. That's just like our parents. Remember how we did something and we got our ass whooped? But we didn't get an ass whooping that good. And remember what your mother or your father used to say? Okay, yo, I took it easy on you this time. But next time, I'm going to wear your ass out. Father, that's what a father does. Remember, the Most High said, he don't chastise those he don't love. That's why when you be going through things, the Most High is like, get it together, get it together, get it together, get it together. And keep beating that ass. Get it together, get it together. Okay, good, now you're perfect. It took all that for you to get it. And it's coming. Any day now, family, it's coming. And the question is, are you going to be ready? Are you going to be ready when that sky cracks and we get to see the armies of heaven? And the question that you have to ask yourself, are they there to defend you, or are they there to destroy you? Israel! I'm so glad we was able to bring this beautiful lesson out here tonight. I love this story. I absolutely love it because it is so crystal clear when you actually read it. And I'm telling y'all right now, y'all better get away from that damn Christianity. If you're still dabbling in Christianity, you are in sin and you're going to pay for it. They're liars and they're murderers and they do not have your best interests at hand. The only thing that they care about is lucrative increase. They don't give a damn about you. You better get out of it. You better get out of it. If you go to church on Sunday, you're worshiping a pagan god, a Babylonian god. His name is Ra. They celebrate him in Egypt. They still celebrate him today. The god that was given fame by the Emperor Constantine. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all niggas better not be playing. Y'all niggas better not be playing. You have one chance. One. Don't gamble. Don't roll the dice. Don't play Russian roulette with your life. The Most High gave us the instructions. Keep my commandments and live. Let me get that real quick before we go, before we get out of here. I want you to go to Revelation chapter 22 and verse 14. Let's just go to the last book. Let's just see what it says. Revelation chapter 22 and verse 14. Let's see what it says. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. There it is. The last book of the Bible, Revelation, last chapter. That's it. That's all you got to do. Keep the commandments and you have the right to tree of life. It's that easy. And of course, if you break the commandments, you have the right to the fire. And you're going to burn forever. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for my kids. I don't want that for my children. I don't want that for your children. I don't want it for you. I don't want it for Israel. But unfortunately, 2/3 of the Israelites are going to die in that fire. Don't be one of them. It's all up to you. Either you live or you die. And with that being said, Israel, I love you. I'm out.